Hello, we're back for day 5 today, and day 5 is all about forgiveness. So, this is the 12 days to raising your vibration, and we're at day 5. Day 5 is a big one, forgiveness, right? What it means is if we have, just say, a relationship and something bad happened, or you were abused, or it is not forgiving, or it's not that person, it's forgiving yourself for being in that situation, right? So I just wanted to make that clear before we get started, because we all have our part to play. And yes, sometimes it doesn't look like the way that we want it to look like, but there's a little piece of that in our soul contract with that person or that situation that we agreed to. And so just putting that first, it doesn't forgive how you were treated. It doesn't forgive the abuse that you may have received. So I just wanted to put that out, just because there's probably different levels of what we're actually dealing with. And because I don't know you, or maybe not personally, I can't be the one to say how bad that was for you. So I'm not excusing any of that by all means. All I'm saying is, vibrationally, when we're blaming others, we are holding a really low vibration. It's on one of the lowest vibrating emotions that we can hold. And so what we can do in our part of forgiveness is forgiving ourselves for being in that situation. Okay, because sometimes we hold some guilt, some shame. All of this comes into play. But when we can release ourselves from that shame, that guilt, and create space by forgiving ourselves, it allows that negative energy and it allows the blocks to dissolve. Because when we're in those low vibrational states, we hold a lot of negativity, and that negativity can be held in our bodies. And sometimes we might find that we're sick. We get sick a lot, or we've got this underlying thing that's always there, and you're like, why can't I heal this? It's the trauma in our body. It's the buildup of the shame, the guilt, all of these things that all add up. And over time, over our lifetime, we've got all this, plus there's past life trauma that we can hold as well. So it's always to the level that we can conceptualize and understand. But in this very present moment, in this very now, if we can forgive ourselves and give ourselves a little bit of grace, coming back to who we are, coming back to our heart, and just giving ourselves a high five and forgiving the path that we took. Because yes, maybe it was a soul contract. Yes, maybe we had our part. And yes, we don't have to keep holding that to move forward. Because the more we hold it, it's like this manifesting pit of negativity. And that grows and it grows and it grows and it grows. And something has to give. It can't just keep growing. Something has to give. And if we have health issues or things like that, this is a good opportunity to really understand the forgiveness on another level, to be able to free yourself, to create space, to allow for a higher emotional state to come forward. And it's not going to happen overnight. It's really a process. We have to be consistent with what we do so we can feel and embody the higher vibration. Because it's like throwing a fish in hot water, right? It's usually cold. Let's just use that. It's going to be like a shock. But the longer we stay in there, we're getting used to that temperature. Well, you put your toes in the hot bath. When you have a bath, you put your toes in the hot bath. You've got to get used to it because you're like, it's so hot. And bit by bit, you start to readjust to what it is. And that's the embodiment. That's the embodiment of that new vibration. So we have to give our body a shock, come into stabilization and embodiment of that new vibration, and then we'll stay there for a while until we are ready then to move to the next level. And all this comes back to forgiving ourselves and creating more space. And so I hope that was helpful. I know there can be other things that come up around this, and I'm here for support in this regard, because this is what I love to do, is to clear that negative energy and to have you really step into who you're meant to be here and not hold a story that was keeping us stuck in the past. And so this also ties into my new offering, is that we're letting go of all the baggage. We're letting go of all the stories that we told or that we are still telling. And when we can let go of this negativity, these blocks, we can create space and time and allow for flow to happen, so we can step into our full who we are meant to be and what we are meant to do in the world. And it's super powerful to be able to switch this around and to heal and to appreciate and to love who we are, because we're the only ones that can do it for ourselves. No one else can do it. And so if we can forgive, that's one piece of the puzzle that we can create more space to move forward and raise our vibration. All right, my beautiful soul family, I'm so happy that you have joined along for today, and I'm excited for tomorrow's number 6, day 6. And I'll see you then. Bye.